Good afternoon. Welcome to CityCast. I am Bharadwaj Sharma. Our news for today is 4,000 trees axed and nil planted in the year 2013. ATM security guards now sell vegetables. Our top story for today is around 4,000 trees are being axed every year in Bangalore. Our reporter Sneha Reddy finds out how many trees were planted last year.
BBMP hasn't planted a single tree in 2013, despite of having a 9 crore budget for planting saplings in the city. BBMP says that due to procedural issues, the budget usage for plantation 2013 is nil.
Assessment is we allowed felling of roughly 4,500 trees last year, and this is the annual average also.
Officials' estimates show on an average about 4,000 trees were cut last year for road widening under the Karnataka Preventions of the Tree Act 1976. Environment Support Group has filed a petition in the High Court asking the government to follow a proper scheme to widen roads and then axe the trees.
Authority, which is the Bangalore Development Authority, has to frame a scheme. So that is the main contention. So what we are saying is that the trees have to be felled only after a scheme for road widening is approved by the planning authority. Okay, and the courts have also stated that this is the procedure that has to be followed. But till date, the planning authority or the municipal authority have not framed any scheme. So what we are contending is that the tree felling should be only after road widening is done in accordance with law.
Experts say that the pollution levels are on a rise due to tree felling.
Air pollution will be obviously lesser when there are avenue plantations because the filtration will happen. The filtration will happen. Because of that, the air pollution might slightly get reduced.
6 more roads are up for widening, which include places like Outer Ring Road, Suranjan Das Road, Oakleypuram Junction. The BBMP gave permission for about 550 trees to be axed in the process of these road widenings. With new projects of road widening coming up and more trees to be cut off, the BBMP hasn't yet decided to plant a single tree to countervail the effect. This is Sneha Reddy for CityCast.
There is a steep rise in fatal electrical accidents over the last 6 months. Our reporter Rishika Sadam looks at why Bangalore is more vulnerable to such accidents.
BESCOM records show that there is a 40% rise in the number of accidents in the city. There have been 94 fatal electrical accidents in the past 6 months and 52 fatal accidents in previous 6 months of last year. One of the main reasons for these deaths is accidental contact with live wires, defective equipment and miscommunication between staff. The city has opened fuse boxes and transformers in crowded areas.
These electrical lines hanging like
loose and
so at some places it could get cut and fall down.
BESCOM says that people do not adhere to safety norms. Most builders violate norms while constructing buildings by extending balconies.
Construct the building violating the rules. They never give a space for their sites, and because of that the lines are near to the building and accident happens.
BESCOM demands BBMP issue notices to these buildings which violate municipal norms to avoid accidents.
No, we don't have any number. We have not conducted any surveys so far.
BESCOM has recently identified 43 such hazardous locations in the city and has rectified them. A helpline number is also provided wherein residents can call to inform about live wires. BESCOM says that it is not possible to construct these wires at a greater height than a certain limit. Also, there is no land for construction of these transformers, hence they cannot avoid narrow lanes in residential areas. Karnataka Electricity Regulatory Services recommends BESCOM to replace normal cables with the aerial bunch cables to avoid such situations.
Aerial bunched cable is an answer for that. Aerial bunched cable or covered conductor. There it is totally insulated. Okay, but it is too costly. Providing at least in phases it can be done.
BESCOM is also organizing safety awareness programs, but it is ultimately the public who have to be cautious. For CityCast News, this is Rishika Sadam, Bangalore.
Moving on, now we have some ATM guards in Bangalore have found ways to increase their monthly income. Our reporter Chetan Mitha finds out what they do to supplement their income?
The security guard uses the ATM to store vegetables and buckets at night. The security guard works double shift and sleeps inside the ATM after selling vegetables during daytime.
ಅದು 11,000 7,000 ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅವರು ನಮಗೆ ಸಮ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ.
The security guard of Axis Bank at Kengeri sells vegetable during daytime. The guard is also paid by someone to run the vegetable shop. Recently, a security guard of Canara Bank ATM in Bomsandra was removed because he used to sell snacks and cigarettes outside the ATM. Because of increase in the number of ATM crimes in Bangalore, more than 600 ATMs have been forced to shut in 2013.
If there is no security guard, we are asking the banks to close the ATMs. And constantly we are trying to get the ATMs surveyed by our policemen. But sometimes there can be a miss.
The brutal attack on a bank employee in 2013 has instilled fear in the minds of the people.
If security guards are doing business for their personal benefit, then who is going to provide us with security?
The year 2013 witnessed many ATM crimes in Bangalore. There are more than 500 ATMs that have no security guards.
If a guard is doing some other business which he is not supposed to do as per the bank agreement, then we will bring it to the notice of the bankers and ask them to take action.
The bank officials insist that any business activity of the security guards during duty hours will not be tolerated. For CityCast News, this is Chetan Midha's report.
And in today's sports special, we present to you students from Karnataka Government School will be missing out the opportunities to adventure program organized by General Thimmaya National Adventure Academy. Our reporter Prabhakaran finds out why.
Thimmaya National Adventure Academy provides vast opportunities to adventure, NATS and environmental studies. Just when the program organized by Academy was growing very popular, it has been scrapped. The central government failed to allocate the budget for schools running under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Around 2.5 crore rupees were annually allocated to them.
Only that organization, if they given any money, we are going to conduct the program. Including track shoot, nearly 2.5 crores.
Authorities of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan instead have a new proposal for this year.
No, actually, they have cut short their this one and they have sanctioned amount only for few interventions. So, we lost many of the items in this year.
2011 to 2012, around 2,500 students had participated. In 2012 to 2013, the number increased to 10,543. Terrestrial activities, aqua sports and aerosports activities were organized for the students last year. Students were given training on building tents, climbing rocks and swimming, etc.
ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯಿತು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನಾನು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಬಂದಾಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಸರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಥರ ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಇದೆ.
Students are still holding on to the hope of participating in these activities this year. The motive behind this program was to provide the students with such experience in adventure sports. At the end of this training, the students are given certificates which will help them getting jobs. This is Prabhakaran for CityCast.
Thank you for watching CityCast News. For more news, please log into www.citycast.in.